Hey guys, so today I wanted to update you on working in Korea or being a teacher. 저의 직장 생활. For those that know, like my working life in Korea, it's I feel like it's like a roller coaster. There's like so many things you just don't know, especially for me coming in. For those that come here, the first thing you have to do is, as soon as you get here, pretty much you have to have an examination. You have to go to the hospital and make sure that you're fit to work in Korea, obviously, because they don't want anybody with something that probably they pretty much have to take care of. So you have to go to a hospital, make sure everything is okay. If everything is not okay, then your school can pretty much say if they still want to keep you or not. So if there's something wrong with you where I feel like they wouldn't want to deal with it because maybe you'll miss a lot of work or something like that, then that'll probably be you going back home, most likely. The one thing that is serious about Korea is working. So if you're not on it, then yeah, that it's quick for you to like lose your job. So yeah, you can come here and actually have to go back home. That's the thing. So hopefully you get that all checked before you come, if you plan to come and teach in Korea, because I wouldn't want anything to happen where you spend money to come here or whatever and then you have to go back home, you know, because that wouldn't be like the best thing, you know, especially after going through all that long process, you know, of getting documents and all that stuff, which I'll go over in a later story about applying to come to Korea. But I really want to talk about it because right now they are on summer vacation, and because they're on summer vacation, I have overtime. Crazy. Yes, I know. They have summer vacation, so kids are not in school right now. They get like 3 to 4 weeks off. But since they are not in school, their kids, no, their parents send them back to Hagwons or private academies to get more training in, you know, anything. It's not just English, it could be like math and so forth like that. But still, I'm just like, wow, like they don't get any breaks, which leads to so many different like things, especially hearing from my kids all the time, you know. But it was just crazy to me because I'm like, wow, I gotta actually work more when they are on vacation, you know. I'm like, I guess, you know. But yeah, the first thing you want to do when you get here is you'll have to go get an examination done to make sure that everything's okay. And then during that time, you'll probably be having your orientation for your job, just getting everything in line so that you know how to teach here, because it could be different from if you taught in like Japan or in the Philippines or somewhere else before, or if you haven't taught at all. You know, there's different things you can do, the same as in Japan or probably any other place you go. You can either work for like a private academy. If you don't work for a private academy, then you work for the public school system, which the public school system would obviously be, you know, that like 7 to 4 type of job, depending on if you're a real teacher or if you're just like an English teacher. And you know, because real teachers, they're probably longer and doing a whole lot of other extra stuff besides their own like teaching English or their own teaching math. So that's something that you would have to look into if you're an actual teacher, like in like an international school or something like that. The hours are going to be a lot longer, probably like all day, like other Korean people. Sorry, but if that's what you want to do, you know, then you already know that you want to do it anyway. But if not, majority of people that come to Korea go to Hagwons. Hagwons, they're private academies, and they range from like elementary school to middle school. I don't think I really saw any for a high school, because high schoolers, they usually have to focus on so many different things so that they can go to college, that I don't think majority of them go to. I didn't see any for Hagwons, really. Yeah, if I'm correct when I try to look it up. So I don't know if that's a thing. I'll have to look into that now that I think about it. But yeah, majority of them have like to focus on like math, science, and all that stuff, so they're probably going to those kind of academies. So you rarely see academies, I want to say, well, English ones that go for like high schoolers. Yeah, they generally range from like elementary to middle school. I do both because I am midday or night, if you want to say night, yeah, because it goes to 10. Right now I work from 4 to 10 p.m. but I have to arrive at work early, like 20 to 30 minutes earlier, so it's like 3:30. I have to like clock in pretty much through the computer or whatever, and then start getting ready for work and so forth. And then from there, I just do my thing, and then there's a small little 7-minute break, and then after my 7-minute break, then I go to my next shift. So the classes are about 3 hours each. There's like a 5-minute break after each hour, and then like a mid shift where the mid-break where the elementary school kids go home and the middle schoolers come in, and that's like a 7-minute window. So that, I guess that's like pretty much our eating time, but I barely finish anything in that 7 minutes. But yes, pretty much I work 6 hours straight, and then I go home. But right now I work from what time, like 10 to 1, and then I have like a 3-hour gap, and then I go back for my 4 to 6. So I'm working about 9-10 hours since I have to be there early all the time right now. So that kind of sucks, because it's just like, oh, more hours, and for me it really sucks because I can't go to the gym, and the gym gives me energy. Like I can't go to the gym because I don't have time anymore. So that sucks right now. But I am in my last week of doing it. It lasted about 3 weeks, like I said, and then there's another one for winter vacation. Yay! And somebody said that might be longer, like 4 weeks. So I'm not really too excited about that, because I'm like, oh, like my plans to do like nothing or no, I mean just to travel maybe or do something like that. Can't really do that, so not too excited about that either. But I guess that's the life of a teacher if you work in a Hagwon in Korea. And that splits too, because like for me, I can take my vacation whenever, as long as it's not during intensives, which is like what I'm telling you right now about having to work at overtime on like summer and winter. But then other teachers, like they have like that actual, like we all have to take our vacation together here and here, and those ones are probably not the best, because those are during the seasons where like everything's expensive if you're trying to travel home or something like that. So you have to look out for all that stuff when you're trying to apply to come abroad. But for me right now, it's pretty difficult, but it's kind of the same as in Japan, I want to say, because there is still the thing of like the kids being like in charge. Like if the kids kind of tell their parents something, then their parents will get mad at the school and the teachers because they didn't do something, or they yelled at their kid or something like that, or something, or you didn't yell at their kid but they said you yelled at them or something, something along all those kind of lines. Which in Japan they call those like monster parents, because they pretty much believed everything the kids said, and like if their grades were bad in school they would blame the teachers, kind of thing. And it's just like, but your kid doesn't study, and I have, for me it's crazy, because I do want to say that the English level was a little bit higher than it is in Japan. A lot of my kids know more stuff than the Japanese kids that I taught in Japan, but at the same time I don't know, my kids at least, they complain a lot about like hating being at the private school and all that. And I do understand, like they're going like to school, and then after school then they come here, and then they're probably going to another one all day, but it's like, I'm trying to make it fun for you at least, I can't do anything else, and then they tell me stuff like, oh, but like if you just don't come to work, then I could just stay at home, which none of this makes sense. I'm like, if I don't come, then you would just get a different teacher. Obviously my school would be mad at me because we don't have replacements. That's the one thing a lot of Hagwons do not have, is replacements for if you are not available. So if you're sick, usually you still have to go to work too. And obviously vacation you got to put in, well for me, since I can take mine whenever, kind of, you have to put that in like way in advance, so they can try to find somebody to fill in for you for that brief break that you're on. But like I'm like, your parents pay for you to come here. It's not me. I don't force you to come here. Honestly, it's just my job to teach you, you know. So that could be, for me at least, that can be kind of bothersome, because I'm like, the one thing I really want is for people to learn, and that's just because I like learning languages too. And I feel like if they're not learning, then I'm not really doing a good job. And I don't know. I think I just think about things too much, or to like a degree that probably not other people do. So it kind of affects me, because I'm just like, I just want them to learn, but like they don't want to learn. So I'm like, if they don't want to learn, then I feel like, why am I doing this? You know, why am I teaching? Because I love teaching people that want to learn, but when they don't want to learn, then it's just like, I don't know, it clouds my mind. 'Cause I'm just like, like, what could I do better or whatever? And then you think about it, because sometimes you just can't, you know. Sometimes you don't do anything, but then like there's like some kind of issue that the kids say or something, and then, you know, parents, and then all that, and you're just like, wait, what? You know, so all of that. But like that seems like it's pretty much similar to Japan. My Japanese teachers used to talk about it all the time when I was in Japan, about how the kids don't really study or anything like that, but then like they'll say stuff to their parents, or their grades not good enough, and then their parents just get mad at the teachers for not forcing them or making them or whatever. But then if you do something to them, then it's just like, oh, you're being rude to my kids or something. Then it's like, well, what do you want me to do? Like, you know. So that's a big problem, I want to say. The problem in general is like, they go to so many Hagwons, and a lot of my kids don't even try to study or try to do anything in my class. Like, it's just like, like, what's the point? Because I don't know, for me it's different. If my mom sent me, like, my mom was very strict, so if my mom sent me and my grades weren't good, well, let's just say I probably wouldn't be here right now, you know. But especially if my mom spent money on it too. Yeah. Yeah, so I would, but like side note, but yeah, for them, like, just not getting good grades and going, I don't know, for me it's just like, why would the parents spend money to send their kids to a Hagwon if they're not worried about the grades or anything like that, or if they're not worried about them improving in English or in math or whatever? Because then I'm like, then that's just kind of, for me at least, a waste of money, you know. Or maybe you just don't want them at home or whatever, but then it's just like, I don't know, it's just still a waste of money, And I guess it's just because of how I was raised, that my mom would not put up with that. So I'm just like, so that's just my mentality of like, because I'm like, your parents don't care that you get bad grades? No. I'm like, you know. But like, I guess that's just how it is. So pretty much, if you come here, you'll have to choose between shifts. If you do elementary school, then usually that's in the mornings. Just if it's just elementary school, probably elementary and kindergarten most likely, and then that's like a 9 to 6 maybe. And then if you do the night, which the night is usually shorter, it's probably like 3 to 10, 4 to 10, sometimes 2 to 10, but usually about 3 or 4 to 10. If you do the night shift, usually it's just elementary and middle school. It's a little shorter, but obviously you probably have more rebellious teens to deal with on your hands, so that can be a lot more pressure on you, especially if you're a new teacher or whatever, if you don't really know the teaching game pretty much. But besides that, it's not too rigorous, it's not too much work. I think it's just putting up with certain things, but even that depends on your mentality, because if you're a teacher here to actually teach, then maybe that stuff will get to you over time. And actually some people probably change how they think about teaching while they're here, depending on, well, anywhere, depending on the mentality of the kids. Because if you want to teach kids but they don't want to learn, then maybe you kind of slump into like, just like, okay, well, whatever, there's no point in me trying super hard to get you psyched or motivated to do something if you're just not going to do it anyway, you know. And then you have those that probably came here and they don't really care to begin with, so they're just like, whatever, you know, but I'm about to hit that club, you know. Kind of, which I met a lot of people like that when I was in like Japan. Here I haven't really met that many people, And compared to my last job where we had this big orientation, I met so many people the first day. Here I didn't. I met like one person and we don't talk. But yeah, and then my coworkers, but they're all doing their own thing. So, you know, that's pretty much it. I want to say compared to Japan, the pay is probably a little bit better, maybe. It depends on your job, but depending on if you still get something good, like a good contract in Korea, they probably pay for some things like your trip here, maybe your housing or something, so it could come out a little bit better. But everything depends on your experience and what you actually like. If you like anime and stuff like that, then probably Japan would be better for you. If you like K-pop, I guess, or dramas maybe, or you're studying Korean, then maybe Korea probably might be better for you. But there's just so much that I think you learn over time when you actually go to a place. The mindset of just going there and knowing, oh, I like this, so that's why I'm going. You know, that it kind of deteriorates over time if it's if you don't keep focused. I mean, if it's something, like I said, just like for like some kind of like K-pop or whatever, then I guess that would never deteriorate anyway, even if you didn't like your job or something like that, because you still get to do all those fun things maybe. But if it's like, you know, trying to learn different cultures or like languages and stuff like that, depending on how it goes or what area you're in, that could be a little draining, I want to say. Yeah. But I guess the best thing is just like hoping for the best. Yeah, but that's pretty much why I've been super busy lately. I mean, I shouldn't be uploading like 20,000 videos anyway, like I've been doing since I've been here for the past like 3 months. But that's another reason why I haven't been uploading as much, because I've been super busy with work. And I am looking into taking some classes. So hopefully if I get that, I'll update you guys on that. And I feel like I probably went off topic a little bit on teaching in Korea, but if there's something else you want to know that I didn't mention, then let me know. I do want to actually compare probably like Japan and Korea, the teaching later on. But yeah, first I actually want to show you guys how you can get to Korea. So we'll leave it with that. See you guys next time. Bye. You're still here? Thanks for watching the video until the end. Please don't forget to check out the description box below for info on my friends that were in the video.
Hi!
Product links, my other social media platforms, and my new product designer. If you guys love the video, please don't forget to like and subscribe. And don't forget to comment, because I really love reading and writing back to comments that fans leave. And thanks for watching. See you guys next time. Bye.